So, this deck is called, I call it MukXicroak, or Toximuk. MukXicroak sounds a little bit better and less strange. So, this deck is quite simple. It is based around poisoning without being too strong in the god cards. I didn't want to do the Slow King, that's been kind of, in my opinion, a little bit overdone, because we know it's good, it can be done, and it has been done a lot. And I want to try something a little different. So this deck is trying to leverage poison, but not just poison. It's trying to do attacks as well. Specifically, Toxicroak gets to do 120 damage and then do a super poison. Now, that's fine when you pair that with Hisuian Sneasler, that goes up to 200 damage, and more than that, these Muks, why they're here is because they have a passive that they can sit on the bench and do. This one, there's only one of in the deck because that's less likely to be necessary. This one, there's two. If we can get both of them out on the bench while we're poisoning things, that prevents opponents from being able to easily switch things out, which is good for us. We wanted their frontliners to have to stay there and keep getting poisoned. We're using the Squawkabilly engine, Squawkabilly, Arven, and Professor's Research to see if we can make that work. And because this deck has Toxicroak EX and Muk as its primary finishers, we're going to try Practice Studio. I don't want to say disappointed in Practice Studio. I have been whelmed, not over or under. It's just been kind of like, hey, that's the thing. But I want to find a deck where it works, and I think this might be it, because we're playing a game of inches here with our damage, so a little bit more might be a big help. Also, y'all know me, I love dark decks because I hate psychic decks. They're perfectly fine. If you like psychic decks, I don't mean that I hate your deck. I just don't like playing against them as much as other decks. So if I can have a type advantage, I'm going to take it. That being said, we're doing a fighting deck later, and then we're going to lose that type advantage, but whatever. Moving right along, let's go ahead. This is not a ranked deck, so we're just going to hop into some casual here and see what happens. We're all set up there. Let's get started. Both of your daily use and energy attack with energy too. Nice. Nice. Should be fairly easy. Oh, that reminds me. Another thing that this deck is leveraging is double colorless energy. All of the Pokemon that we're playing can really use that and use that to start attacking sooner. So we're going to see if we can make that help as well. There's a lot of moving parts to this deck and a lot of little valves that we might have to twist to see what works perfectly. So I'm not expecting the world here with this first attempt, but hopefully we have some fun and we see some good cards. Hopefully we get some basics eventually. Maybe one day. Not right now, but maybe one day. Well, opponent knows what we're up to now, and we know what they're up to now. All right. So, hilariously, we're actually not resistant to them. That's never mind. Words are hard. So the question becomes: do we? Ooh, opponent, my friend. Gonna take the one card. I shouldn't have taken that one card. Now we're definitely not going to Professor's Research or Squawkabilly, so we're going to see how successful we can be here without doing that. We need these Toxicroaks too much. I suppose I could try to do an Arven for the Fishing Rod to get them back in the deck, but that's a lot of pieces for something that's supposed to just kind of be going. Okay, so we've got Cricketot, or Cricketoon, so they can... Oh, it's got a lot of card draw on the board right now, but not a lot of, win. Okay, that does not help against us. That's lovely. Arven? Can I have my Arven? I cannot have an Arven. We can take a Falkner here. We're going to take this boss's orders. We're going to use a Falkner here. But boss's orders is more useful to have right now for us. So let's draw some cards and see what that gets us. Hopefully something to ditch the Ultra Ball. It did. That, and... Actually, we are going to ditch one of these. We already have the other one in hand, and I want to go ahead and get this Sneasler. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, actually, I just messed up pretty bad. Right off the deck. Hold all your walkie shoes into nothing. If they have, Fortress and a green energy, this Toxicroak is dead, and we lose. Okay, so, off to a rip-roaring start. I think we've lost. Because, yeah, 120, and then, yeah. Alright, well, not our start. Not our start. Yep. GG opponent, GG. Everybody just joining us, pay no mind to what you see on the screen for these next couple of seconds, alright? Nothing to see here. I'm sure this deck has at least 10 basics in it. It's got, what, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, so it was just unlucky. Hi, Sil! Thank you for the resub, my friend. Welcome back. I appreciate your support. And you paid so much mind. Well, you weren't supposed to. That's just rude. It's... Wow, our first game! Just getting started right now. Ate a whole bottle of ketchup. Alright, well, let's try to finish this up quick, because opponent's gonna have to go to the bathroom. Marnie coin. Right now the kids are winning. But, you know, we're just letting them feel like they have the advantage right now. See? We're letting them feel like they're nice and ahead right now. Perfect. Now, deck, if I could not start with both of my Toxicroaks in my starting hand, that would be fantastic. You know what? You know what? This is awful, but we'll take it. We can make this work. We can try to make this work.
I'm in danger.
Oh, great. All right. And they're going to ditch the Archeops here. Okay. Okay, they already had one in hand. Opponent's getting to do their thing, and we're going to check it out. I still need to make a Lugia Archeops deck. I haven't done that yet. It just seems so less than good to me. Now, of course, well, that's, you know, that's not the worst thing that could happen. Play that out. Okay, we're gonna do this here. Squawkabilly Seas! Is it good? No, but it's funny. Motivate! Is this deck good? It could be. It could be. But it's cool when we get to do the thing. Hopefully, wait a minute, we haven't even got to poison anybody yet, y'all. When we start to poison people, oh. Okay. It is pretty impressive that the opponent's gotten to do all this without a single supporter card. I'm just saying, it's pretty impressive. They had a good draw. I also need to play around with Weird Air. One of my friends who I brew with really likes this card. Well, this is about to hurt. Rip Squawkabilly, you did great. We're gonna poison it back. Hey, that's rude. Wow. Just to shrink our benches, they replaced a pristine practice studio with a collapsed stadium. No class. No class. If it was a gold collapsed stadium, we could talk. But it's not. Ooh, they have two different stadiums. Interesting. Okay, so they're also leveraging that other aspect of Lugia. That's pretty smart. Most decks I've seen doing this don't do that. Lugia can get you whatever stadium you need. Rip. We have one draw here. One draw for something glorious. Come on, something glorious. Ha! Nope. Well, now you're poisoned. So how do you feel about that? Got him. So rude. So rude. Well, opponent, you've got a lot of cards in hand, but do you have that fighting? Really? Alright, opponent wants to style on us a little bit. Sure. Sure. We could have conceded, so we're gonna let them style on us, because you can concede at any time. They just didn't want their Weirdeer to be poisoned, which I respect. You know, it's a good trainer. Tries to keep their Pokemon from being poisoned. That's a good trainer. Ow. Grimer's face. Choose your prize card. This is why we're not playing ranked with this deck. You're welcome, my friend. Now, what's interesting, the shirt that opponent was wearing shows that they were actually pretty high up on the competitive ladder last season. I believe that's the shirt we saw. Woo! Played some supporter cards. Wow, we get to have this other one too because the game glitched out. Sweet. We'll take that. You know, I'm all a quiver, y'all, to see if this recording has the music or not. Because if it doesn't, then hi, YouTube. But if it does, then never mind. Turns out this is not just a Gengar coin, this is the Halloween coin. Because, you know, it's also a Gengar coin. But it's mostly a Halloween coin. Still don't know how I feel about that. After you, my friend. Well, you know, as far as starting hands go, I've seen worse. Still not having that luck we need, but, you know, I've seen worse. Okay, what are you up to, opponent? Draw your first pathetic card. I'm sorry. That's the one we don't really care about. Gift energy, in my opinion, and someone might show me some math to show me I'm wrong. I prefer lucky energy. It's more useful more frequently. Gift energy is just like, well, if they're gonna knock me out, they don't. Interesting, opponent didn't play anything else. I didn't want to draw that. Let's see if we can hit that VIP pass. Okay, we can. Perfect. Okay, so we want this one, and we want this one. Okay, not the perfect hand, but it could be worse. Motivate! Now, see, if opponent had been using lucky energy, they would get to have a card right now, but they don't because they're playing gift energy. So, you know, it is your own preference for what flavor of card you like, but that is my opinion. If anybody cares about that. Killer7375, thank you for the follow. Welcome. You get an opponent. Don't need to... It's really hard to tell with Irida because normally you can choose, like, oh, they're probably going to get a Nest Ball because they don't have anything they're going to evolve. But, like, this one's not, and they don't need to. Now, The Frigibax and Baxcalibur are concerning, but it's not as concerning until they have a Chine PAL, which I'm guessing they're about to go grab with this Ultra Ball. Can't retreat, though, so... Worse. Interesting. Okay, so they're playing with Saguaro. There's the Chine PAL that I was terrified of. Haha. So Saguaro means... Okay, never mind. It means they're playing healing, which is rare. Most people don't play that. Also, kind of unfortunate for exactly what we're doing. Are you going to Rondo, or are you going to retreat? Okay. Ha 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 ha! Squawkabilly's fine. Okay, so let's Arven first here. Yeah, we need this Ultra Ball because we need a Toxicroak. Perfect. Bye-bye. And because it got knocked out on their turn, they don't get to use that gift energy. Oh, the other guy threw by killing one of their own Pokemon. That's funny. Oh, wow, they did throw. Nice job, Tatas. Nice job. Okay, here comes back Excalibur. Now, this sucks, but they can only get 2 here. And they could have up to 4, which can't quite kill. Never mind. No, wait. 3. This cannot quite kill Toxicroak. And we're going to poison this thing in response. Yeah, it was. Easy clap, buddy. Easy clap. Oh, wait. Math is hard. Oh, the Articuno. Egad, they got us, chat. Huh. Can we come back from this? I don't think we can with this Grimer. We might be able to with this Grimer. We need to get real lucky, though. Math is not my strong suit. I say that every time, but that 10 extra damage mattered. Brutal. Oh, and then they got Narita. Alright, alright. No give up. But hey, we got to do the thing. We got to poison something and it died. That one time. Yeah. Okay, so Greninja's gonna help them draw some cards, but it's also going to cost them one of these energies. Now, they have a turn off here, because they don't need to use that many energies. Like, they need to use 2 to knock out this Grimer with Shine PAL, because even with Articuno, it's only 70 if they only ditch 1 energy. But, okay. Things keep getting worse. 1 draw. 1 opportunity. What could we draw that would help here? Exactly Professor's Research. Because then we could get a Muk, a Switch, and, well, we could use this Switch, and a chance to have the double colorless energy. So would that win? No. But it'd be cool. So fingers crossed we get a Professor's Energy. Send me your energy, y'all. Professor's Research. They ditched both of them to knock this Grimer out. That's the question. They do. Okay, okay. Opponent sees blood in the water. Now, we don't need that switch anymore. But we already have, so it's fine. Professor's Research? Ooh, that's not gonna do it. Do we have anything that helps here? I mean, we could scare him. Oh, look at it. Look at the Muk. Now, see, this doesn't even have enough HP to survive this hit. So we're just gonna put this here. And then we're gonna go ahead and top right. Game's over. Alright. That's okay. Because of the Articuno, they could knock that out in 1 turn, and we're just out of resources entirely. Y'all, this deck might be bad. Further research is needed. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Nice. Homemade tacos are the best. Woo! Level 17! Tier 17. Oh, that's a lot of tears. While my Pokemon game gently weeps. Honestly, it's while my deck gently weeps. Give me my crystals. Credits. Didn't have 4 of those. Oh, I didn't know there was an alt art for the Wooper. Oh, that's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. And more crystals. Put it on the pile. We're trying to hit 3,500 crystals, because then we can get some cool stuff we've been waiting for. Right, back to it. Once more into the breach. Well, several times more into the breach. Strength is no match for wisdom. Well, your hat is no match for my hat. So ha 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 ha. Smile at my opponent so they know I'm here to be friendly. Smile back, opponent? Wow, rude. Opponent's just mean mugging me over there. Yeah, right! Never mind, we made a friend. This is interesting. We have our VIP pass to start here. So we don't... Oh, sweet. Well, that's convenient because we weren't going to be able to do much anyways. Haha, I already had an opponent. I'm supposed to be here. And then we get a Grimer. Those two... I haven't seen anybody using the Copperage EX yet, so see what they can do. Okay, rude, but all right. Not exactly what I was looking for here. So I think our play is to Arven this turn, because we can go and get. Poisoning this one doesn't really matter right now because it's about to evolve and I don't have the Muk that prevents that from being a problem. But if we can get Toxicroak, we can stack our hand with some cards we need. So that's going to be the play right now. Let's ditch this other Arven in one of these switches because next turn we're going to Professor's Research. Okay, so we Nasty Plot here. And we are after a double colorless energy and our stadium. Is those things we can play out without any concern for what's going to happen on the board. I do like that about Toxicroak. That has been one of the things that's, even when he's not ready to start doing his big move, he can still do a lot of damage by setting your hand up for the next turn, which... If they have a judge or something, that's bad. Well, it's not as good, but if they don't, which they don't, ha 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 ha. Okay, so they're not, well, they might also be on Rare Candy shenanigans, but mostly they're just evolving. Aggron is dope, and is slightly terrifying. I've never seen it done in such a way that I'm, like, legitimately scared, but they also didn't evolve this right away. Which is telling me they might not have it. And if they don't have it, they're in trouble. Because if they're thinking that we can't do this 120... They're thinking that we can't do enough damage because we're 1 energy short, but we're not 1 energy short. Actually about to be just fine on energy. So now we Grimer here so that we can get our other Muk next turn. Yeah. We are now in the driver's seat. Double colorless energy, y'all. Gets him every time. You have a way to evolve it or play another Pokemon out? Okay, possibly. Wow, okay. Wiggles took the wheel. All right, so they did have the evolution. Now they can't. Okay. This is gonna die. Poison. Because steel in Pokemon cards is not immune to poison, like it is in the game. I'm honestly surprised they're not using rare candies, because they're using both Magnezone and Aggron. Like, that's... They should be using rare candies. So Falkner first, because we know we're going to use Falkner. Okay, okay. We're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball one of these, and the Squawkabilly, because we're not going to use that Squawkabilly. Let's go get the Muk that makes it... That one. Okay. So we're going to put the double colorless down here. Just because that's more likely to be necessary later. I guess I probably should have put the regular energy down, because we can double colorless later as kind of a surprise we have it. But let's take care of this Aggron. Bye-bye, Aggron. Turna died, it seems. Yeah, no candy. That's a shame. Life's better with candy. Ooh, that'd be a good question for the day. I'm not going to make it the question of the day, which means I can't ask it, because we already have a question of the day. Woo, we won a game! Alright, Toxicroak doing what it's supposed to do. You love to see it. Unless you're our opponent, in which case you don't love to see it. Okay, okay. Oh, thank you. G's for you as well, Tatas. MukXicroak. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday as the week nears its conclusion. Okay, so this is terrifying. We're weak to fighting. Of course, we see our nemesis here, Joker Tats. Fancy seeing you here. Just like the game, your rival just like pop and pops up and just like, ah, wasn't expecting you there. Well, the good news is they have no idea what we're up to. The bad news is they know we're playing double colorless. After you, opponent. One of my first efforts to make this deck, I had less Falkners and more dark patches in, but I think this particular deck doesn't need that much dark energy on the board. It's mostly about having the draws for the double colorless. That's what this deck is after, is cheesing the damage out. Ooh. Ooh. Now, okay, this is actually okay because we have a Nest Ball, so we can get our Squawkabilly and get started there. And we have a switch, so we can actually Nest Ball, get the switch out. Blah, 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 blah. That's awesome, dude! IRL D&D with some Flesh Friends. Have you ever played D&D in person before? I know we've played together in tabletop, but have you ever done the actual at the table with people? Uh-oh. Luckily, opponent's playing a bad card. If it's good enough. It is fun! Oh, it's so much more fun when you can all, like, act out what you're doing. Okay, so opponent is setting up to be a backline kind of problem for us. So let's grab Squawks. Alright, let's switch Squawks in there. Let's put this one energy on there. Squawk and Seize here. Okay, we did get a Croagunk, which is nice. We also got another Nest Ball, so we can get a Grimer out here. Okay, okay. And we have the Toxicroak. So, we're also going to... We're gonna boss his orders here. They're trying to get... This thing can, put it on any Pokemon, so it doesn't really matter, but this is the one that they're trying to set up, so we're just throwing a wrench in their plan. We're going to be Falknering next turn anyways. That might be a mistake. I like to take game actions, so we'll see if that's a mistake. But this also gets to start a little bit of damage here, which is going to matter if we can do 100, because we can do 200 damage with Radiant Sneasler and Toxicroak. If we draw an energy, we can actually do... Yeah, we do 200 if we draw an energy. If we don't and have to use this, we actually do less than that. So, kind of hoping that opponent doesn't get to bin a bunch of energy and start doing their thing. If we can survive this turn, that does not stop our poison. That's going to stop the attack, but it doesn't stop our poison. If we can survive this turn, we've got a shot here. I don't like Arven. Arven's scary. And keep in mind, the damage numbers don't really matter here because Koraidon already does 220 and we are weak to it, so it's enough. However much they're looking to do, it's enough. Okay, another rock chest plate's fair. What's this Ultra Ball gonna grab them? I'm hoping they're almost out of energy, because that would be the ultimate best thing for us. Opponent's playing expensive cards, like energy-wise expensive. Because they didn't ditch an energy to that Ultra Ball, they can't Koraidon it, they can't Dino Koraidon it back to cheese energy this turn. Which means there's a chance they don't have it. It's a small chance, but it is there. Okay, so we do, unfortunately, we can't wait. We need to start the damaging. So we're going to have to put this double turbo here, which isn't ideal. Let's Falkner first. We might hit an... Nope, we didn't. All right. This here. Going to Ultra Ball. Which Muk do we want? That's the question here. They're not going to evolve, so we're just going to grab this one so that we can make its retreat cost higher. It's already got a pretty high retreat cost, but we needed to take an action there, and it's better than not. So 70's not a lot of damage, but then it's going to take 80 each turn. So if they can't knock us out, it's going to get knocked out no matter what when the turn switches back, but it's a matter of we're really hoping that we don't die on this swing. Because if we can not die on this swing with our Toxicroak, we'll be fine. And because we didn't actually knock it out on our turn, we're going to knock it out at the end of their next turn, or at the end of this turn. They can't Dino Cry this energy that they've been building up here. So this is actually kind of an interesting... I like how this has turned out. Really hoping... Crap. that they didn't have something like that. Maybe they bricked? You should switch out. You're going to die. Dang it. Wait, what? Oh. Well, opponent's throwing a little bit, which is nice for us. They shouldn't have done that. They should have put that on this Koraidon, and yeah, because it would have died, but it's going to die anyways, and if it had died, then they could have pulled that energy back next turn while also taking out our Toxicroak. So I think our opponent misprioritized there. They're also burning through a lot of their cards. I'm guessing they're going to go get Revivroom. They can't even evolve at this turn anyways. I think opponent just realized they made a mistake. Come on, some good. Or that. That's fine too. But you got the Revivroom. Alright. Millennium. Do we have any Toxicroaks in here? We only have one in there, so there's still one in the deck. I'm gonna go ahead and start building this up. This is gonna do way more than this Muk ever could. We could not risk taking a turn off there to Nasty Plot. There's just too much. They're gonna have a very dangerous turn next turn, so. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed with how good our deck is handling this situation. Now, fighting is bad, as we've discussed this several times. We're gonna be playing a fighting deck next, I can say that. But doing pretty good. Considering they're super effective on us, we're doing pretty good. And they made a misplay, but, you know, they don't know that. Koraidon, okay, okay. Bold of you to... I guess they're doing that for Dino Cry, because they know this is not going to make a turn. How are they going to Dino Cry here? There's only 2 in the bin, right? So they can either put them both on... They're just not going to. Okay, okay. That's good for us. That's not, but the Dino Crying is good for us. Okay, so let's... Toxic Ripper. Okay. Now we've also made this thing's retreat cost another 1 higher, so they actually can't even put an energy here and then retreat it. And then because of the way this works out, we're just going to get to poison whatever they put out, and it's probably going to be in trouble for the next one. And we get to use the... Oh, wait, we just win. Yeah, we just win. Woo! GG! We did it! We beat the mirror! First we do that, then we do this, taking that Lucario, and say goodbye to your Lucario. Woo! Solid, solid. Oh, thank you, Santis Roma. Can I call you Santis? Or would you prefer Roma? Or Tis Roma? There's lots of things you could do. Alright, alright. Not bad, not bad. And we're tier 18 now. Woo! Get our credits. Almost up to 30k. Nice, nice. Let's open a pack. Santi? Excellent. Well, thank you, Santi. Sojourner is such a silly card. Alright, we'll take a second one of those. That's good to have. Back into the breach. That's a cool name, Galbatorix. I recognize that name. That's from something. Right? Y'all tell me I'm wrong. No, they're probably doing a Lost Zone deck. I'm curious how our deck stacks up against Lost Zone. Congratulations on your 1 win, opponent. Because you will not win the race. Hey, cool! I'd love to go second. Yay! Can I have a Squawkabilly? No? Alright, well, kind of, maybe, we'll see. This is actually a pretty solid hand. Hopefully, we need this big fingers crossed. Our VIP pass is not in our prize cards. If it's not, we're doing just fine. Just fine indeed. So opponent has already made a mistake. If you have Luminion in your deck, you don't want to start with it on your bench. This card only does its thing when you play it onto your bench from your hand. So don't ever put that on your bench unless it's your only starting Pokemon. You have to start with it. Keep it. I agree, Tatas. It kind of depends on how good they are with it. Now, the beach court's problematic, but we've got our own ways to take care of that. So they're going to have a little bit of selection here right off the bat. Okay, and they're switching. Interesting that they're using the switch and not the free retreat that they just got. I'm sure there's a reason. Now they're going to retreat. They can't attack this turn. If they did, I feel like that would be a misplay. But what do I know? Less than I'm supposed to, that's for sure. Just ask my teachers. Well, crap. Didn't want to draw that. Alright, so let's see if we get our VIP pass. Okay, we do. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Off to a great start here. So let's grab that and that. Gonna switch now. Squawk and seize. Okay, okay, that's actually perfectly fine. This is actually pretty solid. I gotta say, I am pleased with this hand. So let's play this Grimer out. Let's play this other Croagunk out too as bait. So next turn, if we get lucky, what we're gonna get to do is put this double colorless on this Croagunk, switch it to the front Professor's Research, and hit a Toxicroak. Now that's the plan. It really hinges on us hitting that Toxicroak. So here's hoping. The good news is opponent plays Colress's Experiment, so we're not too concerned about them messing with our hand. The Lost Zone decks typically don't play a lot of Judges or things like that. Some of them do, but not the stock one. So. Okay. We're not looking like a threat right now. Oh, that's a good point. There is no, yeah, because of Beach Court. That's a very good point. Thank you, Tatas. We're not looking like much of a threat, which I think is to our advantage right now. Are they at 7 yet? They're not quite at 7, which is also to our advantage, because that means they can't use the mirror yet. Now, they will be able to use it next turn. So we need to start doing some damage, because that mirror... Oh, I hate that mirror. It's so good. Okay, so there's only one cross switcher in there. Is there one in their bin as well yet? Not. There only have one switch left. So, interesting. It's good to know. You can make decisions based off of that. Okay, so that's the water energy from their deck. Fine. Now I might have to use the switch. Yeah, so that's good. Put this here. Alright, we're going all in, chat. Everything on 35 red or whatever. We didn't get it. Crap, we didn't get it. Oh. Well, what's the play then? Luckily, they don't have a threat out here either. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to make this have an actual retreat cost now, though. I guess we just punch it for 10 damage. Smack it! Smack it for 10! Ha! Unlucky. Unlucky. Now, next turn, we can Pokégear and try to hit an Arven. We really had a kind of a small window there, though, so it's kind of closing on us. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because we're at parity, right? They're at 30 cards, we're at 29, so we're keeping up with them. But their deck has a lot more selection. They're about to not be at 30 anymore, and they're going to start to pull ahead. They're not knocking our stuff out, but our one that's out front is... That was their last switch. Noted. The one that's out front is the one that we've been building, so we don't really want to lose that, and this can knock it out now. Hey, look! It's that card I love. Now, see, if they do switch, or if they do retreat to a Comfy, I'm just grasping at straws here as to why we're not completely in trouble yet. They're out of switches, so they could retreat, but they can only do that once? It looks like they know what they're going to be retreating, though. Are they going to evolve that as well? And just start... It's everybody's favorite. Hi, Sheep! Thank you for the lurk, my friend. And Sableye. Wow, things just went from bad to worse. Here. They don't even have to risk their Giratina here. Oh, did we take too long? Did we take too long? Feeling like we took too long. But let's see here. Hey, look, a distraction. Ain't that just how it goes? Ain't that just how it goes? Alright, so let's play this other one out. We don't need to put Ultra Ball for it or anything. We're gonna put this here. Okay, we didn't even hit anything there. We are gonna Arven, even though we don't have our stadium out. Let's... Or Falkner, we're gonna Falkner. Let's grab another Grimer here. Again, word. Now, one thing that is in our advantage here, until we play out this Toxicroak, most of our cards, except for the Squawkabilly, are worth only 1 each, and they are kind of through a lot of their decks, so... Maybe? Maybe not dead yet. But this Cramorant's gonna just get to keep... If they don't switch it and go after this other Croagunk, though, we will get to respond in kind. But they're at 8 cards, and then they just need to evolve this, and they're digging through their deck more. Kind of a close game, hard to tell. We're definitely on the back foot, but we're not out yet. Okay, so that's another cross switcher. Sorry. Had to yell at the dog. Outside being a butthole. Okay, so they're getting the V-Star. Yikes. Don't ice me, Holmes? They play an escape rope. Hey, look at distraction. Oh no! No, wait! Not the Sableye! Because there's 10 now. Brutal. Oh, they get to knock out our Croagunk too. Just a little too slow, y'all. Just a little too slow. Maybe they mess up. Maybe they mess up. What? Stop. That's mean. My little Muk ever do to you? See, opponent should either be going for the one we have invested energy on or the one that's worth 2 prize cards. That's my kind of thought process there. But, okay, we didn't draw the boss's orders that we were, like, low-key desperately hoping for. Let's put this here. Do we have... Let's Falkner first. Those 2 back in there. Okay. Well, the good news is we get to take out this Sableye. The bad news is this Toxicroak is Dunskies. Just in time. Awesome. Okay. Opponent's giving us another chance to draw boss's orders. Well, not necessarily. They're probably going to switch this in and take out our Toxicroak. You know, in retrospect, and I don't know if this is the correct play, I don't think I would ever make this play, but it might be. We might have wanted to build up this Muk instead of the Toxicroak with our energy, because we knew it was there, and it's only worth 1 prize card. So that might have been the correct axis to try and take this game, would be to, like, okay, we'll deck him. It's bold to try and do that, and I don't know if it's going to work. Probably not, but worth a shot, right? I don't think what we're doing is working, but we also didn't know we were going to brick as hard as we did, so... Do we have a way in this game? No. It's a shame. It's a close game. Close game. It's a good try. I'm thinking poison might not be good enough. When it works, it's great. I should say what I'm thinking here is we might have too many moving parts. Cheers, my friend. We might have too many moving parts to make this good. Ta-da! The time has come for us to... Nice jacket, homie! I'm gonna smile at them. Hopefully they smile back. Flirt. What? What? We were facing the wrong way! Oh my goodness, there's so many more emotes than I thought. Oh no, wait, that's just the same ones. Yeah, never mind. That's great. Okay, so we're actually not gonna Nest Ball for the Squawkabilly here because we have everything we need to do a Muk pretty fast. So it kind of depends what they flip. Okay. So opponent's gonna be trying to do a lot of damage to everything and then do a bunch to whatever has damage. Absol strats are good strats. Well, they're fun strats. Good's a relative term. Okay. Now we need to ask ourselves a very serious question. Do we want a Squawkabilly here? Probably. I think it's probably still smarter. Like, now I do. If we hadn't drawn that, I wouldn't. But now I think it might be smarter to Squawkabilly here. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do the full maneuver here. I'm not going to put an energy here just yet. We're going to hope to get one when we walk and seize. Okay, we did. Pokégear, hopefully we hit something. That's actually perfectly fine. Kind of sucks that we're ditching our second Muk. But we're just not on that plan anymore. Okay, and so next turn we have the Arven. We've got the double colorless, so we should be okay. Let's see. Motivate! Okay. So they can't... They could claw run, but it wouldn't be very good. We are about to punish them for having everything on this one, though. So let's Arven for an Ultra Ball here. Okay. There. Ultra Ball, get our Toxicroak. We're going to ditch one of those. We don't need a second Grimer because we've already put 2 Muks in the bin. Toxicroak. There. Retreat here. Okay. Opponent's on the ropes now because they don't have any energy on this other Absol. Most they can do is 10 damage to everything. Which, while that would be annoying, isn't the end of the world. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. Woo! Alright. Let's do another game with this, then we'll switch decks. So one more game with Poison with MukXicroak. I used to call it Toximuk, but MukXicroak is better. So one more with MukXicroak. Let's see what we can do here. I appreciate you using Motivate. Okay. Let's see. See this little line where the green screen is? I've been trying to get that line to go away for a long time. You're wearing your comfy shorts, but you're not wearing shorts. Feel lied to. For you, my friend. Well, not that hand. We don't have to worry about it being that hand. I like the little Togepi's. That's so cute. He's staring the opponent down like... Alright, I'm mulligan. Opponent, are you here? I hope you're here. Have a good bout. A good game. Okay, so we didn't start with our Squawkabilly, but we did start with a VIP Pass and our Radiant Sneasler. So we're gonna be able to get most of what we need. Oh, you're weak to steel, not dark. Darn. Oh, snap. Oh, we're only 3 followers away from 200. We're gonna have to do something special for 200 followers. Last time we did like a Team gift card giveaway in the Discord. Maybe do something like that. I don't know. I'll think about it. Back to you on that. Excellent draw. Okay, so let's VIP pass here. Grab Squawkabilly. Should probably grab another Grimer. We're less likely to hit these than Croagunk, so I'm gonna grab the other Grimer for now. Now, we're gonna see if we can hit a Professor's Research, because I'd rather Professor's Research first. Okay, we can. We're gonna do this first. Now, the difficult part here is that we didn't hit the switch. I was hoping to hit a switch. But we also didn't really hit anything else that we hate to lose. Yeah, we have another Muk in there, so it's fine. Do this to get our last, or another Croagunk, I should say. Okay, we're not gonna super rod this energy out because we're trying to use it, so let's see if we can hit a switch. We hit the switch. We are so far into our deck. I love that about this deck. I should say I love that about Squawkabilly. Okay, so now we motivate. Bark is just mad because he's angry. We're going to put both of those there. This is a pretty good showing. This is a pretty good showing. Let's see what they do in response. We also have a Pokégear, and we have our practice studio out. So if we're lucky, we can hit a Falkner here and just, like, gas our hand back up. Bad things are gonna come for whatever's out front, as long as they don't boss's orders our Croagunk here. Even an escape rope wouldn't do it, because I have so many. Prioritizing energy. For a retreat or for memory skip? Rude. No, that's okay. Well, we don't really need it to be a Falkner next turn now. Honestly, at this point, that other Professor's Research would be lovely. That would be a really good way to gas back up. If they get a Curlia to evolve this, we are sitting pretty. And they're playing Temple of Sinnoh. That's really nice that they ditched that. They didn't see that we have double colorless because that would stuff our double colorless plan. Yes, please evolve this. Please evolve this. And then don't mess with my hand. That's the second big part. Friendo. Just, use your Mirage Step. Do that. No! Wait. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's frustrating. We could Pokégear for an Arven now, for a switch. They did have the boss's orders. Brutal. Brutal. That's a lot of Curlias. Okay. Fingers crossed for an Arven. Well... Fingers crossed for a switch. Darn. Okay, so we're gonna do this and this and end our turn. That was a really good. That was a very well-timed boss's orders. You know, it's just this dude yelling, but, you know, it's well-timed. Some well-timed screaming. Curious what the opponent's doing with these Curlias, because they could, if they don't need both of their cards, they could start to gas up really heavily here, but if they need those cards, they can't. We need to find a way to make some stuff happen here, though. So that's one switch in the bin. Oh, okay. They could just not do anything for their turn. Come on, switch. Darn it. We're gonna wait and play that out. In case they play that studio, like if we play, or if they, studio, if they have another temple in hand, we're gonna wait so that we can play this to knock that out and then get the double colorless. You missed your turn, fam. Oh, did the game glitch out and you couldn't take an action? That is unfortunate, my friend. We've all been there. I'll smile. That's what friendly people do. Now, at this point, we could rip an Arven, a Switch, a double colorless, or a Falkner and be happy, or a Pokégear. We have a lot of hits we could draw here and still be very happy. How many double colorless do I have? Still have 4 in my deck. Possibly 1 or 2 over here. You're the one with the collapsed stadium. You can't play the... Alright. Alright. And this is another reason I'm glad I didn't play this, because that would have let them play the Mew out. That they discarded. For a Gardevoir, I'm assuming? They're probably trying to pivot, yeah. Okay, so they went for that one. So this is the one that's going to give them more card draw. But... Okay, and they put it on their bench. Interesting. So they're not looking to, they're still trying to wall here. Interesting. Interesting. At least one of them's an energy, so they're only drawing 1 card, up to 1. Possibly 0 if they're both energy. Okay. Now, you know, I'm a bit of a gambler, so maybe that's why, but I would have definitely put this on this front Curlia, because that also took away one of their refines. One of their refinements. So they're just a Gardevoir deck. That is abundantly clear. They are you know, Mew and Drifloon as well, but they're a Gardevoir deck. They have a lot of Ralts, a lot of Kirlia. This is the first time I've seen somebody successfully use Mirage Step as like a... They would not have been able to survive without it. Not bad. Okay, so now they're retreating. For some reason. Okay. Okay, so this is the one that's going to pull a bunch from the bench. Oh, neat. Okay, so they're going to, not bad. Interesting technology. So what they're planning on doing here is using this Gardevoir EX to pull energy, 2 Psychic Energies onto this Drifloon, and then do a bunch of damage because it's got 2 Psychic Energies on it, and a bunch of, damage. That's definitely, that's going to do 120? Actually not enough. They have to pull a second or a third energy on there. Okay. Let's see. They're set up, but kind of so are we. So let's see who's going to win here. Okay, rip Muk. That's a pretty good draw, actually. We're still not going to play it out yet because we don't want them to know that we have that as our backup plan. We're just going to go ahead and take out this Drifloon. We didn't need to play the practice studio, so we're not going to play it out yet. More problematic for them at this point. They're the ones with a full board. Okay. So they're going to have to put a lot on here to get it up to where it can knock it out. And we're still going to get to knock it out in response. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Gardevoirs are hard to beat once they get going. It feels like we're behind right now, Chad. I'm going to be completely honest. Stadium Energy Tool. Okay, so they might go grab that stadium. Let's check. There's a Temple of Sinnoh in their bin. Let's see if they grab it. They did. Okay. Glad I kept this. In there. Fortunately, there's no way to force them to shuffle those back into their deck. Yikes, okay. Draw. Okay. Glad to see that get ditched. We need to find a way to take this one out, and I don't know if we'll be able to. Luckily, that one is actually weak to Dark, so if we can get it up front and center, like if we hit a boss's orders or something, we can knock it out. We have the technology, we just don't have the... Well, I say that, that's 240 plus 80... 20. Yeah, okay, we do. So we need a boss's orders. That's what we're looking for right now. We can hit a boss's orders, we're in a good spot. Okay. So that's all 4 of their Gardevoirs, between that one and this one that's in the bin. So if we can take this one out, we're okay. Possibly not dead yet. You should play that other stadium. Peace. Oh, it's digging. They're digging. Hey, cool. Alright. Well, it's good to see that back in the discard pile. Curious why they shuffled it back in. I guess to get the most value out of their Roseanne's backup. Yeah, never mind. I take it back. Less curious than I was before. Okay, do they grab the Gardevoir? Let's see. Probably. I would if I was them, but maybe they don't. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they're like, no, we're fine. We have more boss's orders, right? We have 1 in the deck, and how many Pokégears? 1 Pokégear. Alright, there's a couple ways to hit it. We need some luck. There's 26 cards that we don't know about, and 2 of them are cards that will win this game for us, so let's see. Did they pull it back? Pull it back, it looks like they did. Yeah, they did. Okay. For those of y'all just joining, this is the last game we're going to be playing with this deck. We're going to be switching over to a fighting deck after this. Well, fighting in energy only. It's a ground deck, which is my favorite. They're bad, but this one's better than the other ones have been, so ha 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 ha. Amp it up. I'm assuming that's enough to knock out Toxicroak, and that's why they did that. I'm not going to do the math, though. Or they're just out of energy in the bin. Does Toxicroak yet live? Nope! It does not. Well, crud. Gardevoir is such a tough nut to crack once it gets going. And having 3 of them is definition for it has gotten going at this point. So now I'm torn, because we can't even knock this one out and be done, because this one's just got all the power already. So our best bet is to still get the boss's orders or something, knock this one out, well, then they're just going to grab another one of all that. I don't know if we have a way back into this, but we're not going to give up. We're going to keep trying until they make a mistake. That doesn't really help anyways, so let's do this here. Ripper. Hey, that's not bad. Let's see if we have another turn. Okay, so playing that Curlia out is an interesting strat, because this can't kill us. This can't knock out Toxicroak. They'd have to switch it, which they probably have switches in their hand if they have them in their deck at this point. But this is also the last one that they could evolve into that last Gardevoir, so I'm not really sure what they're doing. Without being able to see their hand, we just have no way of knowing. Oh, hey, look, another one. The Bravery Charm Drifloon strat's interesting, because I guarantee you their deck does not have any Driflims in it. Driftblim. 1, that card's not very good, and 2, this is what they're after, and if you put a Bravery Charm and then evolve it, the Bravery Charm stops working anyways, so that's probably why. Just Drifloons. Okay, so did they put a Curlia back in? No, that's still the last one. Taking actions. I guess they could refine that roll to 2 other cards. Maybe no. Or they're digging for something. I'm curious what they'd be digging for, though. So this is going to be retreating so that they can get this out. How much is it? 30 per damage counter. So 30 times 6 is 240 right now, so they only have to do 1 more. Dang, that's a really, really powerful way to have just like a nuke. I've never seen Drifloon used as a nuke before, but that's a good way to do it. Might have to try that. Steal their ideas. I mean, borrow with credit to PokéXJJ3, of course. Of course. Kill it. Well, rip Toxicroak, and we don't have another play in line. Rip. They're putting another one on this Drifloon? But why? I mean, if they do, that's great. Okay, now Squawkabilly can knock it out in response. We do not go down without swinging. Ha ha ha. Not gonna matter, but ha ha ha. We could have conceded out of this game, but there's no reason to. It's the last game of this deck, you know? We're gonna keep trying. We're not gonna give up, even though we've already lost. Okay. We weren't sure. Now we're sure. What do they have, 9 cards in hand? Yeah. Do it. Put all 9 down there. Coward. Take your time, opponent. I mean, opponent's playing to win, right? They're trying not to throw the game. I cannot fault them. This game is hard over, but I can't fault them for trying. Again, we can concede at any time. This is on us that this is taking so long. If y'all disapprove, well, that's fine. Let me know. Wiggles. Just concede. Stop fighting. Give up. No. Not until we take this Drifloon out. Then we'll concede. We must punish them for putting too much damage on it. No, wait, I did the math wrong. They did need that, because otherwise it would have been 60 less damage, and that would have been 240, and we would have survived, so never mind. I know these are tough decisions, opponent, but, you know, you can let it be my turn again. I'm going to show you how fast we can take a turn. Ready? Bam! Draw a card quick. Bam! Bam. Put that there. Throw that down there. Play out the Grimer, because we can. Motivate! That was a turn right there. Speed. Speed wins battles. Not this battle, obviously, but battles. Oh, hey, look, that boss's orders. Take your time, opponent. We'll let you figure that out. We're going to go play other decks. Alright, so final thoughts for this. Again, those are not shorts. That's my final thought. No, alright, so... This deck's bad. It's fun, but it's bad. I don't think it's bad because of Toxicroak. I think it's bad because we're trying to do too much other stuff with the Muks and the Grimers. I put those in there because they would use the double colorless as kind of a backup plan, but we never really used them. Drive safe, my love. We never really used them. So I think if I'm going to try this again, I'm going to cut those, put 7 other cards that are decent in there. But as it is, this deck is not going to win any tournaments or anything like that, but it was fun.